So today I want to tell you a little bit about Motley Fool CAPS, and I want to leave you with a stock recommendation that we find together over the next 5 minutes. Now, CAPS is first and foremost about community-generated stock ratings. The CAPS database holds ideas from about 100,000 people, including analyst data and portfolio holding information from about 200 brokerage firms and portfolio managers. Over the last year, we've captured about, actually more than 2 million stock picks and generated 6,000 rated stocks. That's about 3 times the number of stock ratings that you'd get from a premium service like Morningstar or Value Line. Now, why should you care about community-generated stock ratings? What I'm going to show you is a CAPS blog that graphs the performance of our community-generated stock ratings in the first year since we launched the service. And what you see in that upper right-hand corner, the pink line, is the performance of our CAPS 5-star stocks, highest rated stocks on CAPS. And over the last year, the average 5-star stock across that 6,000 rated universe has returned about 30%. Look at the bottom of the graph, that dark brown line, that's the CAPS 1-star stock index. The average 1-star stock returned about negative 17%. And if you look in the middle, that blue line, that's the S&P 500 index, here calculated using the Spider SPY. That returned about 9%. Slightly less than CAPS 3-star stocks. So I hope you see that, based on this type of excess performance, CAPS community-generated stock ratings are something that you might want to pay attention to. They're updated every 20 minutes. We recalculate the community sentiment, and we recalculate the stock ratings from that sentiment, which really gives us the ability to adapt to real-time changing market conditions. So now I hope that community sentiment is going to help us find our stock recommendation. I'm going to start on your dashboard page. This is my dashboard page. This is my CAPS page. There's a lot I'd love to show you here. Please come by the exhibition booth. I'd like to show you more. Here you can do things similar to what Steve from Cake showed you earlier. You could track your friend network. You can look at their trades. You can receive alerts from Motley Fool CAPS using community sentiments, giving you interesting insights about your stock holdings. But I want to highlight for you something that looks somewhat deceptively simple. This is your stock of the day module. Every day, 5 days a week, CAPS provides you with a unique, personalized stock recommendation. We take high-rated stocks from high-rated CAPS stock pickers who share interests similar to yours, and we serve you up a personalized stock recommendation. Or we might take high-rated stocks from sectors or industries that you follow and serve them up to you on a daily basis. 5 days a week, a unique, personalized stock recommendation from CAPS. You'll never see the same stock recommendation twice over about a 6-month period. And if I wanted to, I could start to info snack here, learn a little bit more about that company, see if I want to drill down and see if that's our stock. But I'm not going to do that because I want to show you something in the 2 minutes we have left to find a stock, which is pretty cool, and we just developed it. This is a CAPS stock screener. And this is the first stock screener that allows you to screen on a combination of community sentiment and fundamental financial data points. So we recognize that community sentiment is not a replacement for bottoms-up and fundamental research, but combining the two creates something very powerful that I think can improve your investing results. So what you're seeing here, I'm going to do a screen that looks at mid-cap stocks that have achieved a 5-star rating, that have at least 200 CAPS All-Stars who've picked them, have a price-to-sales ratio of less than 1.4, one of my favorite screens. Oh, let's go 1.3, live on the edge at Finovate, and a return on equity of greater than 20. Make sure that's right. Okay, just write these down. A lot of good stock ideas here. But we only have a minute to go, so I'm going to drill down on Chicago Bridge and Iron Company. This is a stock that's been in my watch list for quite some time. This is the name of this company is a bit misleading. This company is held in the Netherlands. It's a natural resource storage and transportation company that really benefits from the strength in the oil and gas, metal mining, and water sectors. And what I find on the CAPS stock page is some summary information about community sentiment. You can drill down in a lot of depth. But what's interesting to me that leaps out immediately is the CAP All-Star sentiment is quite a bit more bullish than the general population, which to me is an interesting story. And I want to do a quick peer comparison. And what CAPS will do is it'll compare community sentiment within the industry. And I see, lo and behold, that Chicago Bridge and Iron is the #1 stock in its peer group. I could also drill down on the best performing CAPS players in that peer group if I wanted to and see what they have to say about Chicago Bridge and Iron. If we had more time, I'd show you how you could really drill down on the community analysis from CAPS and read all the detail write-ups from the CAPS community on either bullish sentiment or bearish sentiment. And you could filter that based on the highest rated people on CAPS, based on the highest recommended analysis on CAPS. But for our purposes here, I think we found our stock. I'm going to rate Chicago Bridge and Iron outperform in my portfolio. I suggest you consider it for yours as well as the other stocks on the screen results. And that is the end of my presentation. So I hope that I've been able to convince you that community intelligence is something that's worth paying attention to. And I would love to talk to you in the exhibition hall to show you a lot more ways that you can actually access the community intelligence to complement your research, to find new stocks, or validate stocks that you currently hold in your portfolio. And if you're interested in including community sentiment on your site, as you saw with Zecco, I'd be love to tell you about the various ways that we support integration of CAPS community intelligence on your website. Thank you very much.